All right, Jess. So this is Jess from Comcast. So Jess, you've seen me, Nimesh, in action on various occasions. So wanted to chat with you as to what you felt specifically about his training and workshop delivery skills.
Sure. I'm happy to share. So I've known and worked with Nimesh since about, I think, April, toward the end of April, he joined us. Specifically, we brought Nimesh on to our team because of his skills and experience with Scrum and Agile. And he really wowed us in his interviews with his presence, his ability to quickly take a conversation and translate that into a whiteboard session to get everybody to have a common understanding of what the topic was at hand. I think his ability to use tools and mediums like whiteboards, paper, and other artifacts to get a point across are what help make him stand out as a trainer and facilitator. There's a lot of people that work in the industry that are much more visual than contextual. They get more out of seeing a topic drawn out than sitting down and reading it. So Nimesh is excellent with facilitating in that manner. He also has a natural ability to take a context or subject matter and translate it into very simple, easy to understand and digest pictures. Our teams so far have really, I think, grabbed hold of that as a way of learning. It was very, very new when we first started, but now that we're a couple months in, they're starting to get accustomed to it. And I'm seeing even people going to the whiteboard more naturally in other meetings. So that's nice to see. With regard to his other style and facilitation, I think he has a way of keeping the conversation on point and making sure that the intent of, or the goals of the training session are met. Sometimes, things come up and you have to change course a little bit, but, I've been very impressed so far with his ability to make sure that we're continually keeping the goals or the objectives of the training, the subject matter, rather, in mind, and we drive to that. So, all good things, all positive. He's very confident too when he's up training, so you know that this is somebody who knows the subject, and extremely personable. So you can also just approach him outside of training, outside of sessions, and ask questions and get very helpful advice and follow-up. What else? We're to go into some specific examples. Recently, we ran a series of writing great feature workshops. This is something that is helpful to our team because they work at a program level where they are really, they're capturing big business epics. So they're not working at a team level where they're writing user stories or development tasks. So, we needed a way to get everybody to a common understanding of what a feature is, and thought a workshop facilitated by Nimesh and designed by Nimesh would be the best way to go about getting everybody to that common understanding. We broke the workshop into two parts. The first was to help everybody level set on what is a feature, how do you identify features, and how do you slice business asks into those features. And we tackled, in the second half, estimation, point estimates, business value estimates. And it was all done through whiteboard facilitation and a few slides that Nimesh had as well. And it was very, very well received. So much so, in fact, that people wanted more sessions. So we ran 2 instances of the 2-day session. I believe it was just a couple hours each day. And then keep me honest here, 2-hour jamboree session. And then in each time, the audience number of participants increased. So in our first 2 sessions, we had maybe 10 people, give or take. And the Jamboree, which is a much broader event here at Comcast, was almost 50 people. Again, very widely successful, got a lot of great feedback from people, and I believe there was also a retrospection done at the end of the Jamboree, and people just had amazing things to say about it. Not just about the content that they learned, but the way that Nimesh facilitated it. So I think that's pretty telling, because that's something that's hard to do here at Comcast, and he did it exceedingly well, and far exceeded everyone's expectations. Plans for future. So we actually have been approached as well by another group who wants to have Nimesh's help and assistance in facilitation and even more training. So it's all positive things, speaks to the character and the skills that he brings to any organization as a trainer and facilitator. Couldn't be happier having Nimesh as part of our team.
Thank you, Jess.
All right. You're very welcome.